Sunset Overdrive was a pretty damn good game, in my opinion, and it's absolutely criminal, the fact that it didn't sell well and we don't have a sequel. Well, Insomniac Games is apparently looking for a publisher for Sunset Overdrive 2, and that's kind of news because everybody assumed they had a deal with Microsoft, and that may not be the case anymore. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. The tale of Sunset Overdrive. The game that just didn't get enough support when it came out on Xbox back in 2014, even though it was critically acclaimed, even though it looked and played great, had some cool humor, had some really cool visuals. It was actually a true exclusive, which is something Xbox fans really don't get anymore, considering every game's on PC. In fact, it's still a true exclusive because it is only available on the Xbox One. But fans have been asking ever since 2014, are you doing Sunset Overdrive 2? When are you doing Sunset Overdrive 2? What about Sunset Overdrive 2? And they always said, and I think I did a video about this last year, Ted Price said, hey, Microsoft needs to get their act together, or we might publish it with somebody else. We love the world that we built, and we want to continue it, right? If you guys remember that video. Well, it came out today, well, actually yesterday, through a tweet by Insomniac Games. Someone asked them, hey, Sunset Overdrive 2, please. Asking very nicely with the winking face. And Insomniac Games replied, we'd love to, we just need to find a publisher. And this kind of is making waves, because that would be that the 2-game deal that Microsoft and Insomniac signed for these games is expired, and that they're free to find another publisher. Now, Xbox fans, if you're watching this, and I know you are, and I know a lot of you enjoy Sunset Overdrive and want to see a sequel, the only thing you could possibly do in this scenario is just make your voice heard, tweet Phil, tweet Aaron, tweet Mike, and just be like, we want Sunset Overdrive 2. Maybe if enough people tweet them, they would consider doing it, but at the end of the day, from what I understand, Sunset Overdrive 2 didn't make any money. And unfortunately, this, even though it's a creative business and the creative arts, this is still a business, and a lot of companies don't necessarily want to fund sequels to games that didn't do very well. Even though Sunset Overdrive 2 could very well be a Uncharted to Uncharted 2 scenario, where they really even improve the game further, it's just that they're not willing to take the risk. So, of course, people on the internet are upset at Microsoft, and rightfully so. This is a time where Microsoft is lacking in exclusives. We don't really know what's coming out for Xbox One past E3 of next year. Yeah, we know State of Decay 2 is coming, and, Sea of Thieves is coming, and Crackdown 3 is coming, right? But hell, we've known Crackdown 3 is coming for 4 years now, and Sea of Thieves for basically 2 or 3 years. People just want, a new, fresh game, and Sunset Overdrive 2 would be a step in that direction, in my opinion. Now, with that said, it sounds like they're not interested, so then who would be? Who would be interested in publishing Sunset Overdrive 2? Sony? Nintendo? I see those bandied about, but why would Sony want to do it? They have them making Spider-Man, which is going to be a huge success and sell way more copies than Sunset Overdrive 2 ever would. So they'll just continue their relationship with Insomniac Games and have them make another Spider-Man if that's successful. Why would Sony want to publish it? The game already kind of failed originally. Nintendo? Yeah, possibly. I mean, Nintendo is always looking for different types of games. I mean, we've seen them publish Bayonetta 2 before, so it's not another realm of possibility. Although, more than likely, it's either they're gonna self-publish, which they probably don't want to do because that is expensive, or you're gonna find one of those smaller publishers like Deep Silver or maybe THQ Nordic come in, fund the game, and it'll be on a lesser scale. Obviously, they're going to throw less money at them than maybe Sony or Microsoft would. But this is a game that needs to happen, in my opinion. I need to see a Sunset Overdrive 2. Like I said at the very beginning of the video, it's absolutely criminal and mind-boggling that this game didn't sell enough and doesn't have a sequel. I should be playing Sunset Overdrive 2 this year. I should have played it last year, considering it came out in 2014. But that's not the way the cookie crumbled. Microsoft or Insomniac either couldn't come together on terms on how to do a sequel. Sony came in and was like, you want to do Spider-Man? And Insomniac's like, we're independent. We got to keep the doors on. We got to keep, money flowing to our employees so they can feed their families and put houses over their heads. So I was like, yeah, we'll take on Spider-Man because it's going to pay us for these next 3 years. And Sony's done a good job marketing Spider-Man. It seems like it's going to be a gigantic success when that comes out next year. And Sony's going to be like, all right, how about Spider-Man 2? And Insomniac's being like, okay, they're not really going to have time to find, to do Sunset Overdrive 2. And if they do, it'll be, with a lesser team. But, God, man, I wish somebody would step up to the plate and publish Sunset Overdrive 2. It's a great game, deserves a sequel. I was hoping it was going to be Microsoft, but it sounds like that's not the case. Maybe Nintendo could step in and put it on the Switch, but more than likely, I think it's realistically possible. One, we never do get a sequel because all the publishers out there are like, well, the first game didn't do well, so why would we even bother? Or two, a smaller time publisher steps in and funds it, like THQ Nordic or Deep Silver, and we do get a smaller Sunset Overdrive 2 compared to the first one because there wouldn't be enough money. Either way, at least we would get to play it at that point. So Xbox fans, if you want this game, make sure you make your voices heard, as this would be a good game to add to the exclusive library of future games coming out for Xbox, considering, well, we don't even really know what the future games look like outside of those 3 other games I mentioned before. Anyways, guys, that is the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the day. I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.